I think we've all had at least a taste of burnout from time to time. What are the symptoms, causes, cures? I think the symptoms would be you dread teaching days. You're exhausted at the end, and maybe even considering a different career path. The causes might be physical fatigue, emotional stress, unprepared students, pushy parents, and maybe a policy that's just too lenient. Now let's dive into some practical tips for curing this. I would suggest first that to combat fatigue, you might consider scheduling yourself a 15-minute break after teaching 2 or 2.5 hours. Be sure that you keep your students to the scheduled time so that you don't forfeit that break. For emotional stress, that's probably caused by students who are unprepared or just disrespectful or whatever. If you find yourself wiped out at the end of the day, address the disrespect with the parent, address the unpreparedness with the student. I'll deal with that in just a moment. But keep the students that energize you. Think about that as you look forward to this next year. If pushy parents come along and want you to bend your policy, just say, I'm sorry, my policy doesn't allow that, and smile and move on, and assume they're not going to challenge you on it. It is your business, and firm up your policy. Take the summer time to figure out what you want to do. Write it out, send it to the parents, ask that they require them to read it, and respond back to you that they've read it. If you're making changes to an existing policy, make it easy for them to see what you've changed. Put new or something so that they, in case they're skimming, that they'll pick up on the new things, the things that you've decided to change. Now, for an unprepared student, here's one thing that works. Student comes in and there's no obvious excuse for unpreparedness, like they haven't been sick or out of town or something like that. Then if one item is just not prepared, not where it should have been for today, I rewrite it again in red. This alerts them to be sure to practice, and it alerts me the following week that this was an unprepared item. The parent also, it makes it very easy for them to see whether things are prepared or unprepared. Frustration leads to emotional stress, which leads to physical fatigue. Don't underestimate the effect of emotional distress on your body. But you are the boss. This is your business. Make your policy in such a way that it benefits you and allows you to be happy teaching and looking forward to those teaching days. Now, if organizational details are something that overwhelms you, then you might find a lot of tips in this book. Instant organization for your piano studio. I'll put the links on the notes on how to get that book. So I hope those are helpful tips as you think through your policies and the way you want things to go this coming year.